Hey there, crafty friends. Ever wanted to create your own stylish and functional tote bag? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the wonderful world of sewing to learn how to make your very first tote bag. It's a fantastic project for beginners. And I promise, it's easier than you might think. Let's get started. First things first, you'll need some supplies. Don't worry, it's not a long list. You'll need fabric about half a yard of your main fabric for the bag itself. And maybe a quarter yard for the handles, or you can use the same fabric for both. Choose a fabric that's sturdy enough to hold your belongings. Canvas, cotton, or even denim work great. Next, you'll need some basic sewing tools. A sewing machine or a needle and thread if you prefer hand sewing, scissors or a rotary cutter. A ruler or measuring tape, pins or clips. Thread that matches your fabric, and an iron and ironing board. Finally, you may want a marking tool like a fabric pen or tailor's chalk. Got everything? Awesome, let's move on. Now, let's prepare our fabric. If your fabric is new, pre-wash and iron it to prevent shrinking later. Lay your main fabric flat on a clean surface. We're going to cut out the main body of our tote bag. Depending on the size you want, cut a rectangle. A common size is about 15 inches wide by 16 inches high. Remember to cut two pieces of this size. These will be the front and back of your tote bag. Next, we'll cut the handles. You can make them any length you like, but a standard length is about 24 inches. Cut two strips of fabric about 3 inches wide by your desired handle length. If you are using the same fabric, then fold them in half lengthwise and press with an iron. Then fold the edges in towards the center and press again, creating a neat handle. Now it's time to start sewing. Place the two main fabric pieces right sides together. This means the pretty sides of the fabric are facing each other. Pin or clip the edges to hold them in place. Using your sewing machine or needle and thread, sew around the sides and bottom of the bag, leaving the top open. A half-inch seam allowance is usually perfect. When you get to the corners, pivot your fabric with the needle down, lift the presser foot, turn the fabric, lower the presser foot, and continue sewing. This creates nice, clean corners. Next, we'll sew the handles. Take one handle and pin the ends to the top edges of the tote bag. Make sure the handle isn't twisted. Sew the handles to the bag, reinforcing the stitching by sewing back and forth a few times for extra strength. Repeat with the other handle. Almost there. Turn your tote bag right side out. Give it a good press with your iron to make everything nice and crisp. And voila, you've just sewn your first tote bag. Fill it with your essentials, and show off your handiwork. Congratulations on completing your first sewing project. Making your own tote bag is a fantastic way to learn basic sewing techniques and create something useful and personalized. Don't be afraid to experiment with different fabrics, sizes, and even add pockets or embellishments to make it your own. Keep practicing, and you'll be creating all sorts of wonderful things in no time. Happy sewing!